We have no control over that.
No control over that. Okay,
And
chalo.
now it's good. Now it's good. Whatever you did.
Okay, good. Chalo, fine. Go ahead.
Just hold on, hold on. Okay, Haritani, go ahead.
Okay, this is a question from Dr. Radhe Satsang with Dada. And Dada is talking about Atma being a Guru Lagu. So the question it starts with Dr. Radhe says आत्मा तो शुद्ध है फिर भी अशुद्ध क्यों और कैसे हो गई? दादा श्री अशुद्ध नहीं हुई, वह अपनी जगह पर है, शुद्ध है। हमारी बिलीफ अशुद्ध हो गई। वह जो रॉन्ग बिलीफ है उसे हम राइट करके तुम्हें लौटाते हैं, फिर सब सही तरह चलता है। आत्मा तो अपनी जगह पर है, प्योर ही है, और कभी आत्मा इम्प्योर हो गया तो फिर प्योर हो सकता नहीं। वो गोल्ड नहीं है, उसके अंदर कोई मिक्सचर हो सकता ही नहीं, फिर इम्प्योर कैसे हो सकता है? आत्मा अचल है और रॉन्ग बिलीफ से उसकी दशा सचर हो गई और ईगोइज्म चालू हो गया रॉन्ग बिलीफ से। वह रॉन्ग बिलीफ चली गई तो ये भी चला जाए। आत्मा का स्वभाव क्या है कि अगुरु लघु स्वभाव है, और क्रोध मान माया लोभ क्या स्वभाव? गुरु लघु स्वभाव। कभी बढ़ जाता है, कभी कम हो जाता है। क्रोध मान माया लोभ आत्मा का गुण नहीं है। किसका गुण है? डॉक्टर राधे रिलेटिव। मगर किसका? डॉक्टर राधे ईगो का। दादा से नहीं, चेतन का गुण है कि जड़ का गुण है? वे चेतन और जड़ दो चीज है, उसमें आत्मा और अनात्मा। तो चेतन का गुण है कि जड़ का गुण? डॉक्टर राधे तो जड़ का। तो दादा से जड़ का गुण होता तो ये टेप रिकॉर्ड कभी अभी क्रोध क्यों नहीं करता? वो उसका भी गुण नहीं है, इसका भी नहीं है। जड़ का गुण होता तो ये जड़ टेप रिकॉर्ड तो गुस्सा क्यों नहीं करता? और क्रोध मान माया लोभ आत्मा का गुण है ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो अगुरु लघु स्वभाव का है। और क्रोध मान माया लोभ ये गुरु लघु स्वभाव के हैं। दोनों का स्वभाव ही जुदा है, गुरु लघु। आपको समझ में आया? क्रोध मान माया लोभ गुरु लघु कभी बढ़ जाता है, कभी कम हो जाता है। वह आत्मा कम होता है या बढ़ता नहीं? वो अगुरु लघु स्वभाव का है, कभी बढ़ता नहीं, कभी कम होता नहीं, मोटा नहीं, पतला नहीं, ऊंचा नहीं, नीचा नहीं। अब समझे ना? सो दिस किसका है, किसका क्वालिटी है? रॉन्ग बिलीफ का क्वालिटी है। उसमें से ही ईगो आता है ना। दिस गुरु लघु स्वभाव, क्रोध
हाँ,
मान माया का क्वालिटी है।
हाँ, बस correct. So it is neither the property of the pure soul, neither the property of the
जड़।
Pudgal Parmanus. So the third intermediate state that has occurred, it is the property of that, the wrong belief that I am
ओके।
so and so. So that I am so and so, and this is mine. When the Parmanus and the pure soul come in close proximity, this third thing takes place, and it says the darshan, the belief that I am this Pudgal, and this is my Pudgal. That I and my happens automatically,
राइट।
and that I and my is further bifurcated into Krodh and Man go in I, and Lob and Kapat go in my.
यस।
So these four properties happen automatically, and those are what? Those are of a increasing and decreasing nature.
करेक्ट।
Those will go up, they will come down, they'll go up, they'll come down. So that is termed as a guru and lagu. Guru means to increase, lagu means to decrease.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tides of the water, and the sea water, sea ebb
Mm-hmm.
and full this thing. So same way, Krodh, Man, Maya, Lobh increase and decrease, whereas the pure soul is of a ever steady nature. Neither does it increase or decrease in the physically this thing, nor do
Mm-hmm.
its properties also increase or decrease.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ever steady. So Dada has used this word to distinguish the pure soul from the Chandubai, file number 1, or Prakruti. That Prakruti is Krodman Mayalob is of increasing, decreasing nature, whereas pure soul is of a steady nature.
Steady
Aguru
nature.
Lago. Huh.
Correct.
Non-increasing, non-decreasing means steady.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever is increasing, decreasing, that is not the pure soul.
Yeah.
In short, that is what Dada is trying to say.
He ran out of all the answers which I would have come up with. Jad ka hai, ya ego ka hai, but Dada kept saying nahi to it. So then after I reread it, then came out to the wrong belief is the culprit. Usme se
हाँ
sab uga hai.
हाँ उसमें सब होगा है right. That wrong belief itself is that व्यतिरेक गुण.
Hmm.
Krodman Mayalob is that व्यतिरेक गुण, or the tertiary property that has come up
Uh-huh.
because of the coming together of the two eternal elements of,
Mm-hmm.
namely the pure soul and the pure Parmanus, coming
Mm-hmm.
together has given reason to a third property, which is, it's called Vyatirik Gun in Gujarati, and
Mm-hmm.
for us it is something neither this or not that. Like it's clouds, when the sunlight
Correct.
falls on the water, the vapor and clouds erupt. So now cloud, who is responsible for the clouds? It's neither is sunlight exclusively responsible, nor is the water exclusively responsible. Because
Correct.
if water were
Combination
responsible,
of the
even at
two.
night it would have happened. If sun were
Right.
responsible, it would happen even on Plato. So Dada says,
Mm-hmm.
oh, because of the two coming together, the third thing erupts. That is the way this Krodman Mayaloka has erupted.
Okay.
And that is a Guru Lagu, or increasing, decreasing nature.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a property, it's neither a property of Jad, Parmanu, neither the property of pure soul.
Yeah. Atma.
That
Right.
that's the understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it were of the property of pure soul, then it would remain even in Siddha Kshetra. But it's not the case. And if it's the property of the matter or Parmanus, then even the table, and in that case, tape recorder also would be. But
Getting mad.
those are steady. They don't increase
Uh-huh.
or decrease. So that's the logical explanation. Basically,
Okay.
Dada has tried to put into words the property of the pure soul to the
Mm-hmm.
extent words are available to describe the properties.
Correct.
It has infinite properties, but of the infinite, that 18, 20 properties which can be put into words which we can understand, that has put out, in that Charan Vidya,
Mm-hmm.
Anand Gnan, Anand Darshan, Anand Shakti, infinite
Correct.
knowledge, bliss. So, to the extent words are available, he has put out, but there are many things for which there are no words to describe the properties. So that we will be able to experience them when we come close to Keval Gnan stage, like his stage, or maybe in Keval Gnan.
Mm-hmm.
So till then, these whatever properties have been verbalized, those are enough for us to progress on the path of moksha.
I
If it,
cannot describe Dada in words, but
Dada some,
if I
yeah,
had to
please.
say it in one word, would Sarvagnya come close to
Sarvagna,
it?
yes, Sarvagna is close to Keval Gnan. Keval Gnan
And
means
would
total
describing
Sarvagna.
Dada as Sarvagnya?
We can definitely tell
Or is there a
Sarvagna.
better word than that?
No, Sarvagna means he knows everything. All
Yes,
omniscient, I think
omniscient,
we said
yes. Uh-huh.
omniscient.
Yeah,
So Dada was omniscient. Dada said, I'm the observatory of the world. You may ask me
correct.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has touched Keval Gnan and was steady at Keval Darshan. So he understands everything. And for us, that is almost Keval Gnan. Almost Keval Gnan.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a Sarvagna. He is, and it's basically, see, the properties of the soul, we can use it in two ways. to the extent he has described whatever those were, 15 to 18 properties that we recite in Charan Vidhi, Nishchay or Charan Vidhi. There are two ways to use it. One is whenever we have spare time, we can, with profound alertness, slowly we can chant, હું અનંત જ્ઞાન વાળો છું. I am abode of infinite knowledge, abode of infinite bliss, slowly, slowly. So as we do bhakti of the properties, those properties will unveil within us, is what Dada Bhagwan said. We'll come closer to the pure soul awareness, Atma Jagrati Badegi. And the other Vyavhar application of this property in Vyavhar, whenever you are feeling very weak and all, then you can say Vanan Shakti Vado Chu. Or when you feel very low, then Vanan Sukhnu Dham Chu. So, or when there's a body pain, then Avyabad Swarup Chu, and things like that. So, Dada says that when the Prakruti or the relative part is low, and there's a tendency of that intermediate I getting engrossed with the Prakruti, to pull it up out of that Prakruti. If you recite this, we get anchored back into our pure soul awareness, and we can remain away or separate from the suffering, or Avyabad, Anand Sukh, Anand Shakti, like that. So these are two applications of the properties of pure soul that the Bhagwan has said in a different context or different point of time. So that's where we can make use. We as Mahatmas who are progressing on the path of moksha and doing our 5 Agna Purusharth and other Purusharths, for them, this one of the things that the Bhagwan has in one audio track said, that during the spare time we should be chanting these properties. And Tankotkin, in that sentence, to that particular nimit, Dada said this Tankotkin, so you should say 100 times, others 50 or 25 times, or whatever time permits. That means I am totally separate from the pure soul. That's that is reinforcing, essentially, the principle is reinforcing today's right belief with the properties. I am pure soul, Shuddhatma, that we say. But what, how, which way? So I am pure soul with these properties: infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, infinite bliss, infinite energy. So, like as a person, for example, a person may say, I am a king. How, or I am a husband of this person. Let me take a lower example. I am a husband. How you are husband? I got married. See, during marriage, this is my wife, and now I've got these children. So this is how I'm husband. This is how I am father. It's proof, So similarly, I am pure soul. How? With all these properties, I am pure soul. Dravya, gun, pariyay, they say. So dravya means physical, then gun means the properties, and pariyay means the avastha or the state.
I remember attending a wedding, and the Mangal Sutra had just been tied, and comes lunch, this guy says, "Where's my wife?" I said, "My goodness, you already convinced she's your wife. You're already possessing her,
Right.
So, I mean, within that change of belief in just a few hours, it was just amazing. I mean, I was just observing after seeing what Dada says, your belief kaisa beta hai,
Yeah. And this marriage example is also quoted, just like the marriage pandit. Then the 7 feras and all. A person then in front of all the relatives. Then the person, the groom and the bride, both are believe that yes, now I am the wife or I am the husband. That belief sets in just by a few 1 hour, half an hour ceremony. So same way,
Exactly.
Dada, same way in that Gnan Vidhi of 1 hour, Dada Bhagwan has set the right belief. I am the pure soul, and with these properties.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the little what I could understand of the properties starting from that. As we initiated the discussion with our Guru Lakhu. So now Deepakanand can add.
Sri Sachidanand,
Very
first of all, we got self-realized while totally into mundane world as householder. Yes, we had been religious and all that, but we acquired self-knowledge
Mhm.
merely out of grace, divine grace of Dada Bhagwan. So we had total conviction and decision that I am pure soul. But since we did not get away with all the relative entanglement and our leftover belief, because Dada said that I have removed your blunder, but all your mistakes are intact, because those mistakes are out of doership projection. Those karmas are out of doership projection.
Mhm.
And that's why we have, even after self realization, these discharging effects of anger, pride, possessiveness, greed. And as I said, because it is an acquired knowledge out of grace, you will definitely get disturbed and carried away by what is this? Why is this happening? So here, just imagine pure soul is pure soul, as is, as it is, as pure soul that it is. What does that mean? Pure soul never have to recite, I am pure soul. But then why do we have to recite? Why do we have to keep repeating, or you can say keep reminding us? So here he has given us this divine knowledge, and he has installed us as pure soul with total conviction and decision. There is no doubt, but that is out of his grace. And now to get away with all these leftover, you can say, worldly beliefs, and they keep, it has its own qualities, totally different from the pure soul who we are. So Dada has made us recite that because it is our intermediate enlightened state. Why intermediate? Like till the full government is not acting, uh, you work in between,
Mhm.
intermediate, interim government. What Dada has said, we
Mhm.
are placed in the interim government of pure soul. So what he said, while you don't encounter any relative or karmic effect, you stay as pure soul. The moment karmic effect starts, then all the effects which cause that karma is going to pop up within Lalita. And you, having realized out of grace, you will start getting confused. Hey, why this? Because of the leftover ownership. What Dada has said about Potapana,
Mhm.
Merapan.
Mhm.
So here he has made us recite, I am pure soul, free from all highs and lows. A Guru Lagu
Lagu.
Sabhavala. Mind, sweet body, and all its effects are affected by highs and lows. It keeps
Mhm.
changing. So, in any situation, if you have to find yourself, who are you? Then immediately put this litmus paper and find out that, oh, this was not there. This all of a sudden popped up. It rise, it fell down, and now it's gone. So that's not me. That's not mine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The purpose of reciting that I'm free from highs and lows
Mm.
is this, against these karmic effect which keeps coming up because we have not handled them amicably.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine when we say, I am abode of infinite knowledge, I am abode of infinite knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas pure soul is infinite knowledge.
Correct.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Hello?
Ex yeah, explain that again. I am
See,
the abode of
when I say I am abode of infinite knowledge, the
correct.
pure soul is infinite knowledge.
Yes, but
In
I
that
have to
knowledge
reiterate
part
that.
itself is me,
Yes.
correct? Because I, as perpetual eternal entity, as pure soul that
Mm-hmm.
I am along with my inherent quality of knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Then why do I have to say I am abode of infinite knowledge? Do you understand? Let's say, like when I say, मैं अनंत ज्ञान वाला हूँ,
Mm-hmm.
मैं अनंत ज्ञान हूँ.
Correct.
You just think about it. But why do we have to say that? It is against the, what do you say, the relative Lalita part which we encounter and we have not settled its ownership, which has been caused due to past ignorance and which is popping up now. Do you understand?
So she has to reiterate that. She has to. She
She
is the one who's saying it.
she doesn't have to do, she is what she is. We, our intermediate state,
Wait. Okay.
was graced by Dada Bhagwan to know ourselves as I am pure soul.
Yes.
That pure soul is pure soul forever, infinitely.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? But why I have to get away with this in between stuff of wrong beliefs? Blunder is gone out of grace. And to get away with this leftover mundane belief of false ownership of the relative body self of Lalita, we are using this as counterweight to negate or to evade the effect of these karmic result or karmic effects. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine, okay, you have Meera, your great friend. If Meera says, I'm not well, you immediately come to know, oh, it is Meera who is not well. And you're not affected, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, same words are spoken by Lalita. I am not well. She will not say
Mm-hmm.
Lalita is not well. Do you
No.
understand? Because that was not recorded.
Correct.
The recording was during the ignorant state.
Yes.
So she will say the same word.
They
I am
took
not well.
ownership. Took ownership of it. I took
Yes,
ownership.
you are not taking ownership now.
Not
It
now, but
is
by saying I'm not
reflecting the
well.
past ownership. But today, you are not vigilant about your pure soul state. So, inadvertently, you will believe that, oh, I am not well. So, all those things will get reflected on your face or on your being.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lali, what happened? I'm not well. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But the moment you realize, oh, Lalita is not well, that whole facial expression will change. Because it's not me who is not well, it is Lalita who is not well. So, although Lalita is not well, but because of your false belief or ownership, which you got of it by being vigilant that I'm pure soul, totally free from Lalita. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That effect will immediately go. however sick Lalita could be, like however sick Meera is, it doesn't affect you at all. Do you understand?
Correct, correct, correct. The way
So we
Dada
are
said, first
contemplating these
neighbor.
qualities of pure soul to remain detached from this discharging effect of the past karmas, which forces you or which disturbs your pure soul state, that I am pure
Mm-hmm.
soul.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, pure soul is pure soul forever, distinctly separate. What we said by
Exactly.
saying Tankotkena,
Mm-hmm.
correct? So
Yes.
we have to go through this process of separation, because
Mm-hmm.
to, to free ourselves from the leftover ownership, it is called discharging ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And against the discharging ownership, you remain vigilant. And you are naturally vigilant with Meera,
Mm-hmm.
because the separation is there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's what. So when we say that I'm free from high and low, highs and
Mm-hmm.
lows,
Mm-hmm.
why? Because Lalita is having this quality of highs and lows, and at the same time, this intermediate discharging karmic effect of anger, pride, possessiveness, and greed.
Mm-hmm.
That is, was small, she became big. Do you understand?
Right, right.
Just to separate ourselves from this changing Lalita or its uh, or her karmas, past karmas, discharging anger, pride, possessiveness, and greed, likes and dislikes. We
Mm-hmm.
have not answered them, we have not addressed them. Do you understand?
No, correct.
Now we are addressing that. Normally, what happens, you get away with all this, and that's how you come to that 10th state of purity,
Mm-hmm.
Gunasthan. And
Mm-hmm.
then you get this knowledge from the one who is settled with total experience in his 12th state, as what Dada was.
Mm-hmm.
But we got in between without settling our relative, without settling our weaknesses, mistakes. Do you understand? But what remains, that blunder cannot be eliminated or taken away by self. No one. It can only, it is such a baton, it gets passed from the one who has attained that 12th state of total experience, which we
Absolutely.
came across out of mere, it's a miracle only, utter miracle. And his grace was still further. Do you understand?
Yes. Every day we keep wondering what got me into this.
Yeah. So this is what we are contemplating, our acquired realized state to
Mm-hmm.
remain fixed, and our experience grows so that we get away from all the leftover ownership
Mm-hmm.
of Lalita.
Yes.
And that's why it is said, in all your free time, you recite these qualities of pure soul, because
Mm-hmm.
these karmic effects of Lalita still affect you as pure soul, that your realized state cannot remain steady and vigilant.
Yes.
That's it. And
Thank you.
I really appreciate what Dr. Radhe, how he interacted with Dada. Yeah, Pulinanandji, go ahead.
Just to complete that, Deepakanand has said the same thing. A small example just popped up in my mind during his when he was talking. You know, you are well settled in the US for so many years. Maybe your children or grandchildren are there, and they're sort of Americanized with their culture, values, and things like that. One fine day, you happen to come to India on a trip, meet your old relatives, maybe a grandma or someone, and the child says, "Oh, wonderful! India is so great. She is my grandma. This is how we respect elders. We must bow down." And then the whole value systems of Indian culture, he realizes. He just comes to know, oh, really speaking, I'm an Indian. I just happen to be born over there, and my parents are still Indian. So he has come into what is his true, nationality. Then he goes back to the United States and then he remembers, I'm an Indian, I should be doing puja, I should be praying, I should be touching the feet of my elders, bowing to them. All those cultural values. He keeps on saying that why to remember is an Indian and this is the values. So same thing, I am name bearer. Dada says, know your pure soul. So we are getting back to our pure soul state. And then we keep reciting those things. That's how we are retracting ourselves back from ignorant belief to right belief.
Well, that was
That's
a nice analogy. That
uh,
was an thank you.
it just popped up, so fine.
Jai
Okay.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satya.
I think
Tomorrow,
Kashyap Bhai has a question.
Kashyap, you are muted.
Yes, can I ask Jai Sachin?
Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead. Kashipji,
Yeah, my question is, what is intelligence? And Dadaji has told anything about intelligence, and who is included as called as intelligent, and what is included in intelligence?
Pulinanandji.
Are intelligence, as we call buddhi, and that is reasonably well described, I think, in Aptamani 1 and Aptamani 2. So intelligence is nothing but the light of the pure soul, but which comes through the ego. The direct light of the pure soul is prajna, which we have got after Gnan Vidhi, or which has unveiled or manifested after Gnan Vidhi. And till then, the light of the pure soul through ego is intellect. And generally, all of us in our day to day living are guided by this light or by the intellect. Then what is the property of intellect? The property of intellect is to just show profit and loss. What is advantageous, what is disadvantageous to the worldly or the in relative matters. So when one alights aboard train and all, then immediately he will say which seat is good. There's a window over here. I'll get good breeze. Or there is too much of sunlight here. Let me take this seat. So that profit and loss immediately pops up. And in all our actions, this intellect is always there, and it guides us into the good or bad, or the advantage and disadvantage. There are many other things, but this is the basic property. How do we identify what is intellect? And normally it is always guiding the relative or the comfort of the prakriti, because that is called viprit buddhi, or uh, non crooked buddhi. I don't know, I don't have a right word immediately, but the buddhi or intellect which is inclined or aligned towards the relative. Then, as we advance in Gnan, advance in Panchagnas and things like that, then the same intellect then starts converting into Samyak Buddhi or straight Buddhi. That Buddhi also shows advantage and disadvantage, profit or loss, but it shows profit and loss towards moksha. What are the advantages of uh, doing something for the benefit of my liberation? So, for example, if there is a nice football match or a cricket match, a major world event, and then someone has interest in that, then he would like to see that. And then parallelly at the same time, there is satsang also in the town. So initially it will say, let me watch match. But the Samyak Buddhi will say, no, 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 let's go to the satsang. That's where my pure bliss is there. So I should go over there. So Samyak Buddhi will show advantages towards Atma, towards moksha. So we are all in that process, coming from Viprit Buddhi, getting into Samyak Buddhi, and finally we have to become Abud. So that Abud the state will come as our ego diminishes. The discharge ego also, as it gradually reduces by way of Panchagna Purusharth and the other Purusharths. The volume or the voice of the intellect will gradually reduce. So the buddhi may say this and that, but we may not listen to it or follow its instructions. That's as we advance gradually. So this is the broad framework of what is buddhi, what comes under it, and then there are many other symptoms or manifestations uh, that our buddhi or intellect is playing its part. Uh, One of the other things of buddhi is it will not allow us to remain in the present. It will typically drag us either in the future or in the past. Abhi aisa hoga, kya hoga, what will happen? So that's going in the future, anxiety and all. And past means last time he did like this, he was like that, this and that. So that's the past. So whenever we get entangled in the past or future, we must immediately be aware, oh, the buddhi has started playing its part. So we must observe it, that this is buddhi playing its part, and then gradually with our purusharth, come back into the present. So that's one of the purusharths, to be to remain aloof from the effects of this discharging viparit buddhi. So that is one of the systems. It will always be good, bad, right, wrong. It will be judgmental. You'll start judging things, good, bad, or judging people, and then forming opinions. So whenever opinions are being formed, we must be aware that now it is the intellect that is started playing its part. So this is how we can be aware of our discharged intellect playing its part, which might not be suitable for our progress towards moksha, or which might be dragging us into the relative world. So these are the few things: judgmental, not remaining in the present, good, bad, and these are way we can identify our intellect, discharge intellect playing its part, and gradually it will still play. But as our awareness increases, what will happen is uh, uh, we will not get engrossed or entangled in the buddhi. Buddhi may say, "Oh, that man is bad," but we'll say, "No, fine, thank you. I heard what you said, but I don't agree." We will remain aloof or separate, and that's how we will start first with increased awareness, remaining separate, and then gradually even the volume of the intellect will diminish slowly as the discharge ahankar diminishes. So, this is the summary of intellect and how we as Mahatmas have to work or do Purusharth, again, be watchful and do Purusharth for the intellect. And as we progress, we will come to that state of being that Dada Bhagwan was in. He was, as he used to say, Ame abudha chiye. We are abudh, or we don't have intellect. So we will come to that state. And all this extra. Now, in that also, he has further refined this, that what is harmful? It is this extra intellect which is harmful, which makes us emotional, which makes us sensitive. That is harmful. The basic, very little intellect which is required for the functioning of the mind, body, speech, that will remain, but that will not make you emotional. Like, for example, if one has to go to take bath, so obviously you will see, water is warm or not suitable to our requirements. So so
Yeah.
it will take place. We go for bath, we will see the water, we will put our fingers and see. Oh yeah, water is good enough. So that good enough is the intellect. It is warm, it is not warm, like that. So that intellect, or when one is doing cooking, is the salt okay or not? That checking will be done. So that much of intellect which is required for laying out the discharge, that will operate by default, but that won't make one emotional. So that very minor part will remain, but the major part of the intellect will go away, and we'll remain unemotional, unaffected by the intellect. It will hold us steady, so that state is where we have to ultimately reach.
Do
Anyway,
animals,
eh?
animals, plants, lower
they
evolved beings, do they also have intellect and
Uh,
intelligence?
no, well, what the word Dada has used is they have suj. Suj means they also, yes, they can also feel what is in their advantage. The five sense, a dog, for example, he will sniff the food and he will say, yes, this is suitable for me, this is not suitable for me. So they have intellect, but very functional, very functional, just for the functioning of the body, very functional, minimum, you can say.
So means they have means even lower even because it is mentioned the properties in means Dadaji has said like that profit and loss evaluating. So similarly the modern the English literature there says qualities of intelligence. What is intelligence having? It is one is reasoning, one is problem solving. If someone or something is having the quality of reasoning, like profit and loss, well, or logic, applying logic to problems, and solving them. So that is the profit loss, and deciding the things. So that is intelligence. So that the other beings also have this they can apply what is good and what is bad. So if we apply the Dadaji's that what is good and what is bad, the Suj also has that quality that what is good for the animal can sense what is good for the animal and what is bad. So that property is like you said, it is there in a limited way.
Hmm.
And also, now the new term has come, artificial intelligence. So this is also which we are more and more encountering in artificial intelligence. So can you a little bit more elaborate on all this?
Artificial intelligence, as we all know, it is computer based. So basically, they collect all the data, and then using that data, it is properly analyzed, and outcomes are delivered. So it is just collection of all our own human data, and analyzing, putting into place everything very very fast, very very fast, and giving it. So it is as good as a human being doing it. If I want a translation, then I have to do step by step. That fellow has a huge vocabulary, and he can access information very well and execute it very fast. So that's where artificial intelligence is coming up in all fields. Creativity, making paintings, videos, pictures, writing emails, writing letters or essays, programming, coding, you name it. So that's the trend. That's the trend. But that's a mechanical thing where the way the brain processes, the computer processes all the data and gives the output as required by the person asking for the data. So it is not natural intelligence of a human being, but an artificial intelligence, man-made, machine-made, and machine-operated intelligence. So that's
So
artificial
artificial,
intelligence.
why we say means it is
It is
means
not natural, na?
is
It is
it
not.
right word or not right?
Yeah, it is the right word, na? I mean, it is not man-made, na? I mean, it is not natural. Sorry, it is not natural. It does not come natural. It is man-made. Essentially, it is man-made. People have designed computers and memory and logic and put things into place to
Mm,
process data. Basically, it's all data processing and giving the deliverables.
okay.
So it is man-made.
So,
Basically,
so but
man-made versus natural.
but yeah, my voice a little bit internet is not proper. So but what is the thing is that it is man-made, yes, correct. But the underlying things are not man-made. For example, the crystals and all that are natural. That are all natural actually. If you see deeply.
No, this is natural in the sense the raw material we have taken from nature, silicon, but processing, making it into a chips, making it into memory, All that is man-made or processed.
Yeah,
And
but as per our science, it is part of Vyavasthit, right?
what is part of Vyavasthit?
All this what is happening,
That
that
is
is
part of Vyavasthit. Yeah, that is
so.
the trend of the yuga or trend of the era,
So
that
as per
that
our
you
science, everything is Prakriti. Even what man does, that is also Prakriti.
no
That is also
Prakriti.
nature.
You want I wouldn't put Prakriti the right word for this thing, but yes, part of Vyavasthit, yes. That is, into today's times, this Dada Bhagwan is said this is machine era.
Mm.
In previous times, during say the Lords, say Krishna or others, it was the era of mantras. With the help of mantras, one could fly from one place to other place. One could, increase or reduce his body size. Those who had that, that knowledge. So that was the mantra yuga. This is the yantra yuga, machine thing, where aeroplanes are the where how we fly and things like that. And coming events cast their shadows. So we can see that with this increasing trend of artificial intelligence getting into all walks of life, including robots and things like that, we can see that capabilities of human beings are going to gradually diminish. So we need machines to aid us. We know after a few years we'll be so used to it. Right now we are used to Google. We'll be so used to AI that we're not able to do anything without AI because you're using it day in and out. Like when if calculators first came, our capability of mechanical or mental calculations reduced. Then we were remembering phone numbers. Then with that mobile phones and all that also is reducing. So all the creative part also of human beings is going to reduce with this. But anyway, these are all the effects of the era. Nothing to be worried. Part and parcel of Vyavasthit. And so make the best use. See, every technology has its plus and minus points. If used properly, it can help us also. Like mobile, if used properly, it can take us up. If it's not used properly, then it can take us down. Same way with artificial intelligence or whatever modern technology. So many machines are coming up. First, we had servants to do all the housework. Then we have first came clothes machine, washing machine. Then came vessels, washing machine. Now we have robots for the floor cleaning, vacuum cleaner, and all. So that's the time to come where servants will reduce and machines will be relying more on the machines. GPS, all that, then also have to go from places to place, so you have that maps and all. So that is the trend of the era, and we just flow with the trend. Observe. For us, it doesn't matter. Na? Ultimately, it's all file number one. Observe file number one, square off the accounts, and move on for the next part. As simple as that.
Right.
Make
Thank,
best use of the technology. That's all.
thank you. Yes, sir.
Lata Ben, you may have to unmute. Or do I have to unmute?
Okay. The Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji, Jai Sachidanand Deepakanandji, Jai Sachidanand Mahatma. I have this question. What happens when the soul leaves the body? Do the Paramanus leave along with that? And so the question goes on to what happened when Dadaji left this world? Is that are the Paramanus still there?
See, on an average, when any human being leaves the body, his Ayusha karma, his lifespan is over. So, whatever karmas he has formed in this lifetime, which we also called as causal body, so those parmanus go along with the soul, electric body, and this parmanus, which is called causal body. Those go along with the soul. The physical or gross body remains here, and it goes into the womb where it has to take birth next time. And based on that causal body, the physical body then gradually develops. So Parmanu in the form of causal body go. Yes, they go with the soul. They go with the soul.
So what happens when a Jnani Purush dies? I mean, the question is actually when we go to say Dadaji's Samadhi, you really get a very nice environment, and it is very you actually experience a peace, and it's a very nice experience. So why does that happen? I mean, you go anywhere else, it doesn't. So this is very different. Is it something to do with? Is it an illusion, or is it something everybody experiences, or what is it due to?
No, everybody experiences. N number of people who have come to the Samadhi of Dada Bhagwan have experienced a different type of peace, inner calm, a lot of shanti, So that everybody has experienced because that is the place where his last rites have taken place, sandalwood and burning and things like that. And his last parmanus are over there. So those parmanus do have an effect. They do play a part in having that serene atmosphere in the samadhi, this thing, building. So it is the effect of the parmanus. Yes, that is true.
So does it mean that the Parmanus are there still? Is that the reason why we
I,
feel
I,
it?
I wouldn't go much deep into that because
Okay.
how do I justify it if I say yes or if I say no? But yes, his
I mean, that
Parmanus.
is my confusion, because
No, no.
when
Let's
if it
put it
is,
like it, and
yeah.
let's put it. It's there. I
Okay.
mean, what format, with what intensity, and how long? Then again, the next intellectual question will pop up.
It
Who
is
has
the
seen?
buddhi which is asking, right? That
So
is
we
it.
can say His grace is rather not. If you don't want to get into that Parmanu chapter, we can say His grace is being showered over there, and we do feel that peace. And you see, this happens not only in Dada Bhagwan Samadhi, in elevated spiritual masters. If you go to the Samadhi of any elevated spiritual master, this happens. Uh, it
That's
is
very true.
maybe
Very true. You are
it
right.
happens because you see,
Yeah.
it is his it was his intense desire that people find peace, calm, and inner happiness. So that is one thing, and also each such divine place has ruling deities over there, Kshetrana Rakshak Dev Devyo. The ruling deity is protecting that particular area. So it is their grace also which does operate, and people who come to that place do find inner peace and calm and happiness. So
Oh,
it's a
thank you.
combination of both things. It's a combination of both
Thank you. Jai
Jai
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand. Lataji,
Ah,
it is said that if someone goes to Kurukshetra today, he will come with violent feelings. Why? Because that was the place where such terrible war had taken place. Correct?
yeah, very true.
Total enmity, violence, and whatnot. Now, Dada Bhagwan lived with utmost purity, total sincerity, total morality. His pure soul has gone further. But his relative self, what Dada was telling, I have renunciated for several lives.
Mm.
And the outcome of that was today's ultimate enlightened state, almost touching Tirthankara. World will not accept, world will ask for proof and all that. The world is
Mm,
always
mm,
like that. But we have experienced that. And because of that utmost purity, what he said, and even today, his name has so much of power. It is called Nam Karma. In his name, if someone decides to do anything, he is going to succeed. And especially this place of Kilanpuri, where, I'm there, where his last rituals were performed. This happened to be his business place also for several years. And in
mm,
fact, this place was decided to uh, uh, hold his last ritual because of his own, ownership. He said, how can you, uh, perform this last ritual of a person who has come
mm.
once in 100,000 years? So here he is saying that, I mean, the sanctity and benefit of this place is this happened to be Dada's own business place. And while he was there, first three Guru Purnimas were held there. Here, I mean, imagine. So it is always that vibrations are always there, and such people now, because Dada is not liberated, he's still there in the universe with his enlightened state, and he's going to come back again in the same land, Bharat Kshetra, as a Tirthankara. So he's here. I'm feeling that vibration, and in fact, the complex is reasonably big, and several programs take place. Many other religious people also hold their programs over here, gathering and whatnot. Even the education department, government programs also are held here because we have a good place to arrange programs and all that. So they say that, oh, this place is something very different. It's a unique place. We feel so good over here. So because of his Nam Karma and this particular place, his Nam Karma is applicable there also, in USA also, wherever you are. But if you come at this place and pray for certain things, any of your serious problem, I don't think so. It will not get solved. It will get solved. And we have experienced that, people have experienced that. So
I have personally experienced. That is the
that was,
reason why I'm
your
asking. Yeah.
experience is ultimate, because you don't have to, if someone says, what is the proof? You just go there and experience yourself, isn't it? There's
Correct.
no proof. How will you prove it? The world is like that. The world had been like that forever. So,
Right.
we, since we have experienced that, so I give you a very uh, silly example. Are you married?
Yes.
I don't believe it. Then you will say, I don't care. I just don't
Yes.
care. Because I'm married, I have children, and now you're asking me whether I'm married? You understand?
I
This
get
is
that.
what we have experienced, that wisdom of truth, and we
Right.
are living that wisdom. So it is out of question. But world was like that, is like that, and is going to remain like that. And the moment they will talk that sugar tastes like this, like that, and all that, but Dada has put that sugar in our mouth. So now there is no words to explain that, but to enjoy the taste of sugar, sweetness of sugar. That is wisdom of knowledge, which makes us experience one with all. Correct.
Right. Jai Sachidanand.
Totally free
Very.
from all kind of discrimination. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Yes.
The time is up, and we will say three mantra. Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Guy.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo
Namo
Arihantanam.
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Namo
Siddhanam.
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo
Namo
Ayariyanam.
Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo
Namo
Vasayanam.
Vasayanam.
Namo Loe Savasahunam.
Namo
Namo
Loe
Loe
Sabba
Sabba
Sahunam.
Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Panchanamukaro.
Tavapavappanasano.
Savapa Vappanasano.
Panasano.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Mangalanam
Mangalanam cha
Chasavesim.
Salvesam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam
Param
Havai
Havai
Mangalam.
Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om
Om Namah
Namah
Shivaya.
Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Sachidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. See you next
Jai
week.
Jai
Sachidanand
Satchidanand
Pulinanandji.
Deepakanandji.
Jai
Jai Satchidanand
Sachidanand.
Pulinanandji.
Jai
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 Satchidanand
Sachidanand
Satchidanand.
Lalita ji,
Mahatma.
Dr.
Jai
Kashyap ji.
Sachidanand.
Pulinanandji.
Jai
Jai
Sachidanand.
Satchidanand.